everyone, it's Luke here and thanks for joining. And I hope you're all well and having a great day. As always, I just wanted to say thank you very much for spending a bit of time with me and my really amateurish homemade review channel. It's really appreciated. If you do fancy supporting me even further, a like and subscribe is always welcome. Now, I'm slowly hurtling towards 1,000 subs, which I think is an incredible achievement considering the amateurish nature of this channel and the fact that I've got no idea what I'm doing and I'm learning as I go, so thank you very much. If you fancy contributing and you wouldn't mind writing some reviews of your own, that'd be awesome. My email address is in the description, so please don't be afraid to get in touch. So Blink Twice is from 2024 and it was co-written and directed by Zoe Kravitz in her directorial debut. And it's classified as a psychological thriller. It's also worth mentioning I went into this film completely blind, which is always a rare treat actually, as we live in a world of spoilers and trailers and I have to say it, reviews. So knowing nothing about a film as you go into it is always exciting for me. So the film starts and we get introduced to one of our lead characters, Frida, who's played by Naomi Ackie. And she's a cocktail waitress who's working at a really posh event with her best friend and roommate. And in this event, she comes into contact with Slater King, played by Tatum. Now, he is a recently disgraced billionaire tech mogul, and he's kind of looking to make amends on some previous bad behaviour, which we believe is sexual in nature. Now, on a whim, Slater invites these two women to his private island to join him and some of his close friends on vacation.
Slater King, let's get to the question that everybody is dying for you to answer. Where have you been?
I guess I just needed to disappear for a little while. So I sort of bought an island.
An island?
Mm-hmm. It's a great place.
Now, although their time at the island is initially really pleasant, swimming pools, cocktails, high-end meals, but soon they get spots of forgetfulness. And then the sudden disappearance of Jess, and Frida's roommate, becomes to cause alarm. And she begins to dig deeper into this idyllic surface of this island, trying to figure out what's happened to her and to her best friend. Now, to avoid spoilers, I can't want to leave it there really. So what's this film really all about? Now, some films have no deeper themes whatsoever. Others you've got to dig deep to find any extra layers. But this one shouts as loud as possible about what it's really all about, what it's trying to say. Well, it's all a bit Epstein, isn't it, in its approach? We have a power balance between rich white men thinking they can do what they like without consequence. We clearly have a nod to the Me Too movement, and also it kind of references cancel culture at the beginning. It's about elites, abuse of power, oppression of women. Now, these themes are not subtle at all. In fact, they're so in your face, it can be a bit much, to be fair. Now, the story is okay, and it is just okay. My issues really stem from the complete lack of originality here. Everything this film is trying to say has been done before, and it's been done better before. So we have This Is Not All What It Seems in this idyllic location, men controlling women. Well, we've seen that before, haven't we, in Don't Worry Darling, which did it much better. Then we have rich men doing as they please. We've seen that before in Get Out, haven't we? Again, done much better. Everything this film is trying to say to me was obvious. It never gets to the root causes of what it's trying to say. It just says, oh, this is really bad, or this actually happens. Again, we know that. This film has ambitions of trying to be clever, but it never quite gets there. Now, to me, this is in part due to its visual style. To truly grapple with the heavy themes, it needs to be a sucker punch of gritty realism. But what we have here is popcorn visuals, sassy dialogue, and over-the-top violence. For what the film is trying to say, it lacks any kind of depth, any kind of dread, and it simply falls back into real, unoriginality, tropes. Now, the acting is decent. Channing Tatum gives his character the threat needed, and I think the lead does a really good job. But we are surrounded by cameos here. We have Christian Slater, Carl McLachlan, and again, these roles are so one-dimensional they feel a bit pointless. And in fact, I think they do the film a disservice, really. You feel like they're doing the cameo as a favour to a mate. And you have well-known faces playing against type. Again, for me, it simply didn't work. Overall, I'd seen all of this before many, many times, and I've seen it done better. Ultimately, apart from the complete lack of originality, what the directors try to do here is make a popcorn movie out of sexual violence, and those to me don't really go well together. But lots of people have enjoyed this film. Unfortunately, I wasn't one of those. So in terms of rating, and this is just my opinion, it was 2 out of 5. Anyway, that's enough from me. Thanks very much for joining and watching. I really appreciate it. Like and subscribe would be great. Get me to that 1,000 sub mark would be incredible. Thanks everyone, and I'll see you all in the next one.